Have you ever thought about selling cars from your driveway? Maybe just to make a bit of extra cash or to leave your full-time job? Well, I'm doing that. From cheap flips and project cars, so hit the subscribe button to follow my journey, one car at a time, the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses. You're gonna see it all. What is going on, guys? And another episode, another week. Now, this week started for me the worst way. As a car guy, you never want to wake up to what I woke up to on Monday morning. It's the first part of this video. Then we just had to get to work. We've got things to do. We've got dreams to chase. So we were on the auctions. We were on Dealermetrics. We were trying to find some more cars. I did win 2 more cars, but one of them fell through. But I did get one. So in next week's video, we're going to go and pick that up. But in this week's video, you're with me whilst we were trying to buy that car. Now, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with the wheels on the car that I won. Then it was a case of dealer work. That's what pays my bills these days. Cleaning cars for the dealership. Just get that money in. And I had this Tesla in. The damage on this, I did not think I was going to be able to save it. But the results at the end, incredible. That car came out amazing, which you'll see later in the video. And then we finished up how we always finish up. Where are we at financially? Now, I'm smiling, so it can't be bad, can it? So August is going very well. 17 days in. We've got 2 weeks left from tomorrow. And I think we are going to be golden. I think we're going to make a few thousand profit. But you'll see at the end of the video where we are at in terms of the finances. So this journey is a crazy one, and I need you guys to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and jump in the comments if you see something, if you've got any advice, and definitely let me know. So I'm going to leave you to the video, and I'll see you next week at 6:30. Monday afternoon, and I was supposed to do a lot more than I've done today. Now, to say I'm very unlucky at the moment has to be true. This was what I woke up to this morning. There was a skip delivery to the club next door. He hit the cables for the Sky, pulled all the front fascia off. Things fell on the TT. Oh, it was stress, and obviously on the Clio as well. So by the time that I had to get the TT off the axle stands, move the car because they needed to come and repair it, and the car was in the way, and they refused to repair it with the car there because they didn't want to damage it, I had to sit and wait. That has now been put back up. He is now been spun around. It does drive, just leaks oil from the turbo, which we need to secure, and I don't think that there is any damage on there. I have cleaned the car, put some more wax on it, and it does seem to be okay. So yeah, problem number 1 averted. So TT's
oil all over the ground.
Oil there, and then I had to obviously clean the driveway after, which was problem number 2. But the car is now spun around. We do need to get that turbo all bolted up and finished, but for now she'll sit there pretty. On to problem number 2. 3. Problem number 2 is we ruined the driveway everywhere, so we just had to.
Did the truck make the oil?
No, the Audi TT made all the oil. So now we had to clear the driveway. Done. Then I started polishing the Clio from obviously last week's episode. There was absolutely tons of swirls and it was completely battered. So now this has all been polished on this side, looking perfect. But now it started raining, as you can see on the car. So this side is not done, this side is done. You can see the clear line of polished glossiness. No gloss, you can see the difference, and obviously that headlight, and then this headlight. So I can't do this half of the car. Could put the gazebo up, but I think I'm just going to crack on with the interior and get that done now, because it's not that week's episode. It's been to a valeter already, so it's just a case of a few little marks. So it shouldn't take me long. I mean, look in there, not that bad. Normally when I clean these for the dealership, they're a lot worse. So, Monday, and I was supposed to have a car for the dealership, and they didn't buy that. So,
what was it? A Tesla?
they were supposed to have a Tesla coming in, yeah. You like Teslas?
I really wanted to do that thing. What was the thing you said?
You can play games on the screen, but
Yeah.
you like Teslas?
Yeah.
Look at me. Isn't that 1.8 turbo that goes whoosh, your car?
Yes.
So you like fast engines, but you also like electric?
Yes.
If anybody wants a daughter, you can collect her from this corner. She'll be just put out there. Feel free, she'll have a sign. She is free, but she's very expensive to maintain. Anything else you want to say to your new father? I've just disowned you.
You better one.
Hmm?
After what I did to you yesterday, I hit you in the back. I hit you in the head with a bat.
She's not lying. She's quite violent. Right, I'm going to crack on with it.
Oh.
It's a bit weird white stains.
What is that?
Don't know. So it is Tuesday, and after yesterday's excitement, we are pleased that today was just a normal day. Now, the Clio is looking absolutely spankers, and if you compare it to the BMW that's black but hasn't been cleaned up, or the Kia, which is looking very dirty, it is safe to say that this thing now is gleaming. I was going to go around and wax it one more time, but I think that that would just be overkill and completely unnecessary. So I decided not to. I need to still do something with the wheels, whether I paint them, whether I just leave it. But the interior, now all the seats have been wet waxed and Matt's died, and he's ready for some proper decent dust coming from the polish. Some really decent pictures. And all the white stains have gone from the boot. So this is now ready for a full photo shoot, but before we get that done, because I'm going to wait and take it down the park in a couple of hours, I'm going to show you what I was up to last night. So we have the Clio, we have the BMW, which we need to, that box of goodies, the headlights, the brake lights, paint the bumper. We still need more cars, and we have money in the account. So in 4 minutes time, this Clio finishes. Look at this for an interior. So you've just saw the interior on the other one. This is standard. It's a, no idea, is it Nürburgring edition maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Same seats,
Yeah.
but it's got silver with the red. I hate the wheels, but the wheels are so far gone that they need to be replaced anyway. So that's one. There's two bids. My bid is 1,569. So if we win that, that would be all right. And then we've got another one, which is this Qashqai. Should sell for 2,775. 3 bids on it. My bid is £1,369. Bits of damage. I can get a heat gun and tidy that up a little bit, but it's not going to really change the price on a £2,000 car. These will polish out. They've just put in the wrong colour paint. They've put black. It's very common for people to do this because this Qashqai colour out of the sun just looks black. Obviously, that just looks black. So loads of bits to polish, but nothing that is kind of serious damage. And nice spec. 104,000. Obviously that just looks black, doesn't it? So that is my second car, and that one sells for, obviously I said 2.7. Sat nav, touchscreen, sensors, cameras, nothing exciting, but if we win one, if we win both, that's got a £200 admin fee, so that would take it up to 1,569. And the other one on motorway has a fee of £348. So if I do win it for 1,500, we're about 18, 19. But it sells for £3,500. So that's where we're at. And you see what I'm dealing with? Pests.
You're not a pest. See, she's not a pest. I'm not a pest.
So we'll find out in 1 minute if we win or not. 3, 2, 1, and that is processing. Have we won? Let me just turn this light off. Here we go, it's the exciting bit.
Have we won?
Still active. Let's have a look on motorway. Bids and offers.
Oh, yeah, food.
Max bid placed. That's still processing. That's still processing. Come on. The excitement's killing me. Somebody tell me. Right. So that's under offer, and I did place the highest offer, 1369. So we've definitely, the reserve was 900 quid. So we definitely got that. We're just waiting for them to approve it by the looks of it. And the Clio race spec, we didn't win.
So we haven't won.
It's under offer as well. So we won both.
Wait, we won. We won.
We've got 2 more cars. So we're going to have lots of work to do. Right, they've all gone swimming, so it's nice and quiet. So the Clio is £73 less than the reserve. I can't see them saying no unless they've had an offer from somebody they know or somebody local or a local garage, and they've tried to get more on motorway, and they're just going to take it back over to that garage and take the offer and job done. But we should get that one approved. And the Qashqai, the reserve was £922. So we were, what was that? 400 quid almost over the reserve on that one as well. So they should be happy to let that one go for 1300 quid. So Qashqai, I want to try and get ASAP. I think that a £2,700 facelift spec Qashqai is a very easy car to sell. So I'm going to try and go and get that one the second it's approved, because we're just going to polish that up and flip it back out. That's an easy one. When was the MOT on that? Look, because I can't remember. Might need an MOT. Yeah, it's going to need an MOT. The last one was 8th November, and it was just a ball joint on there. So, an MOT, a tidy up. Maybe we have to do something with these wheels. These diamond cut wheels fall apart. I'm quite happy with that. I don't know if it's got a pan roof or not. Most of these with this, yeah, sunroof. So it's got the pan roof. So that will be, I have sold tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of these Qashqais. Obviously now at the dealership, they always have the newer one, and they buy tons and tons and tons and sell tons and tons and tons. And they always buy this same spec, sat-nav, pan roof, cameras, and they sell. And back when we were selling these ones for 7, 8 grand, 9 grand, they used to fly out as well. So I'm sure I am not going to struggle to sell this car at all, as long as it's good. And the Clio at 3.5 grand, 1.5 diesel again, same engine that's in the Qashqai, same engine that's in the Clio that we've got already. They don't really suffer too many problems. There's a pressure pipe that gets blocked, and that's it. So as long as the clutch is good on both of these, we're kind of going to be in the money, I think. Getting the red Clio for with fees will be about 1,900. That's at 3.5 grand, is a £1,500 margin. Tidy up the wheels, chuck that out as a nice runner. Same with the one we got here, 4.5 grand, that's going live on Auto Trader today. And then this one. So we'll have 3, all the same engine, cheaper prices, 2.7, 3.5, 4.5. Think we're alright. Let me know in the comments if you think we're doing alright. And then we've got the BMW to sort out and get that on as well. So we'll have 4 cars, full sale. Obviously the BMW needs an MOT and everything else, but yeah, I'm going to go and try and get some really nice interior pictures of this Clio on the driveway, because now the interior is all clean. And then we're just waiting for the dealership, because we're going to need the dealership as well, because we're going to need to do a couple of weeks. If I made, excuse me, last week doing dealer work, I made about 960 quid, something like that. So if I book these in for collection for next Friday for the red Clio and the cash car, I've got the money in the account ready to go. But if I book the Clio in for next Friday, I've got this week's 900 quid and then next week's 900 quid, and I've got 2 grand to pay for that one. So I'm off to go and do some pictures. I'll put the next clip, and then to dealer work. That's going to be the next thing, and obviously I'll let you know when they're both approved. But for now, I'm going to go and do some pictures, and we will catch up when the next exciting thing happens. So I'm supposed to be working, cleaning this Tesla, and I'm not really supposed to like Teslas either, but it's hard not to like this car. You can play games, my other half could go shopping, and I just sit in the car park and play in my Tesla. Not that I'm very good, it's my first go. So, when Nia finds this, we're gonna have to go to the showroom and just pick the car up so she can play it, which is gonna be fun. But let's stop messing about and let's do some work. I've powered down the Tesla, stopped messing around. Let's get to actual work. So what I need to do is mainly polish it. 19 plate. Safe to say that they've looked after their Tesla. So, got a bit of a day ahead of me. All of this needs to come out. So, get it washed and just crack on with polishing that up. The other side is the same, but not in the sun, you can't really see it. It's that one there. And on this rear quarter, some big ones as well. So we'll hit it with the fret clamp and then we'll polish it up with the auto glint after, so like 2-stage. Nice day for it as well, super sunny day. And then where we're up to business wise, real quick, Clio, I'm collecting that on Monday. Now we're on Saturday, so that'll be next week's video. That's how we'll start the video, with a collection. If I just log in to... So, with the Clio, the wheels are battered, so we have to paint them. But also, I remember, I didn't tell you guys, on the last MOT, 3 of the wheels are distorted. Super common, go down a pothole, bosh. Wheel is now slightly out of shape. So, there's a company that we use at the showroom, I think it's 40 quid. And they just re-round the wheel. Now what I'm thinking is I might see what trade, but they do a trade price. See what trade price they do for re-round them. Re-round them, there's got to be a better word than that. Understort them. And then, bosh, refurb the wheels so that they are a perfect set in maybe gunmetal grey or silver. I don't want to put them red again, I don't like the red. But let me know in the comments what colour you would do those wheels. But I'll put them on the more expensive car. So the 4.5 grand car will get the perfect gunmetal grey, fully refurbed. That will probably cost like 350 quid. But I can put that price onto the cheaper one, in theory, because we got a £1,500 margin on the cheap one and only £1,000 margin on the 4.5 grand one. So I don't want to spend any money on the 4.5 grand one where I don't need to, but I could get a perfect fresh set, really clean wheels to go on the nicer one. And on this one that's got 108,000 miles on it, we stick the black wheels. We could still do a home refurb, sand them, spray them up. So then one car, mint wheels. The other car will have nice wheels. What do you think? That's where my head's at. Anyway, let me know what you would do if you were in my situation. And the Qashqai, they wanted more for it. Wasn't really worth going in anymore, to be honest, because you've got to have a margin, but they obviously had a better offer, and that's why that was a no-go. So no Qashqai. Clio's Monday. I'm gonna wash this and then we'll see about getting those scratches out. Let's see how good we can get this paintwork. That's the plan for Saturday, and then I got another car this afternoon into Sunday. Working 7 days a week this week. Busy. All the family, they've gone up to Wales to my other half. All of her family, or half of her family, live in Wales. So she goes up there quite a lot. Took the kids up there. They're doing barbecues and having fun. And I'm working to pay the bills. You see how it is? They leave me behind to do all of the work, and they go up there living their best lives. It's typical, isn't it? Leave that out. Right. I'll see you once we've got this Tesla all cleaned up. I'm not supposed to like that car, but there's a really cool thing. I don't know if anybody doesn't know about Teslas. You don't have a key. You have a key card, which is the maddest. So you just have this, and you just swipe it like a contactless. And then when you're driving, I'll try and show you later, it's got like radar that's like picking up motorbikes, vans and cars, and even oncoming traffic, it's flagging it, and cars parked on the side of the road, it's like reading it. It's like, I'm not supposed to like it, but it is, it's quite cool. Just don't tell anybody I said that. I'm a petrol head. I want a Tesla. I wouldn't mind having a Tesla, you know? Right, let's get to work and stop chatting. So no, the boss is not here to tell me to get to work. So it's gone 10. I've just been playing in the car, mid-coffee, chilling with the dog. Charlie. Charles. 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 Hey, Charles. We've been left, haven't we, mate? We've been left. Let's go. So, I've got the car clean, and there is a lot of damage. Now, every paint is different, so obviously I've never polished a Tesla, so I don't know if it's soft, if it's hard, how much of this is gonna come out. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge, but we like challenges and we like doing new things. But safe to say, this side is KO'd, and then this, we'll see what we can do with it at the end. So let's start at the top and start polishing.
Yeah.
4 hours later, the cut is done, and I've also done the glass because it's got a massive glass roof. Polish is really nice, I'm not going to complain. It is soft, so you just have to manage the heat, but now that is 75% done. I mean, all the scratches are now. The problem is it's been so long, the sun's gone round to the other side, but that is probably more than acceptable just as it is. But what we're going to do now is swap the pads out for a soft pad and just remove a few more of these little marks like that one. I'm just going to clean it up, soft pad, polish, and then this thing really will glow. And then obviously there's a few smears on the glass where I've been polishing that, but when we glass clean the whole roof, that will gleam because we also rubbed it with the cutting compound. Absolute. It took way longer than I wanted it to, but in the end this thing is going to be absolutely spotless. It's already looking pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, on to the next step, which is fine resin polish. So we cut it, and now we're going to polish it, and that actually adds protection as well. So let's go again from the start. Hopefully this doesn't take, it's not going to take, this should take about an hour at the most, because you're just putting it on one pass, buffing it off, job done. Let's get to work. That is about 5 hours of my life that I'll never get back. The dealership don't scratch it all up, but obviously I'm now going to crack on and get the interior done. It's really not that bad. Front trunk just needs a hoover and a wipe and de-dusting. Seats, leather, spray and wipe, and then the dashboard, it's literally just a screen, so spray, dust, wipe. And the interior is actually very clean. I cannot complain at all. So hopefully the extra time I spent on the exterior I don't have to spend on the interior. Just needs a quick drill, hoover, and it all goes back together. So we'll catch up later and we'll have a look at the figures to see where we are for August. How much money have we made so far? It's Sunday, and that means it is the end of another fantastic August week, and I didn't get as much done as I'd like to this week in terms of dealership work, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes they buy all of their cars through Motorway Car Wow, so sometimes car comes in, it's already been cleaned properly. The customer, part of Motorway's stipulations is you have to have the car cleaned, and some people spend that extra 50 quid and get it done half decent. So those cars just need a tickle, so they don't need to come to me, because the dealership would be wasting money when a car just needs a little hoover and a bit of a tidy up when they've got the two guys that already work over there in the showroom. So they didn't waste the money. So we only got 6 of them. But still, 6 cars. We did charge 150 for the Tesla because they wanted that extra level of polish. Typically, all of their cars just need a cut. And obviously, with the Freckler, they're diminishing abrasives. So when you have the speed on 5 and then you back the speed back down to 2 to 3 as you're coming out, it does polish up. So you don't typically need to come with a polishing step. And obviously making every car perfect is pointless because they chamois the cars that are all parked up on the dealership and put scratches back in them. So typically would never go absolutely crazy like that on a car. But that's a 15 grand car. And they've already got somebody that's quite interested. So hopefully that car doesn't get touched before the customer takes it and scratched. That's that. We made 750 quid. Obviously we charged 120 a car. Max was 150 because we actually did the Tesla. So these are all done. Invoices are all sent. The Kia is to be finished and dropped back up this afternoon. But that's done. Now what I've done is there's always a way I want to track moving forward the dealership work. So the first 2 weeks are typically the busiest for me because people stop buying cars kind of in the middle and slow down, and then near the end of the month, near payday, they pick up buying again. So what I've done is I've split it into week 1 and 2, week 3 and 4. So now over here on the figures, it says I've got 11 grand's worth of stock. That does include the Clio that I'm picking up on Monday. That is already on the cash sheet up here, but obviously I haven't picked it up yet. So then, yeah, so 11 grand's worth of cars. That does include, does that include the repair? I always get this bit wrong. Yes. So that does include all the money that I've spent on the cars that are currently sat here, because they don't go through on the expenses. If I get an MOT or a service done on one of the cars, it goes in here and then not as an expense. So the money is on hold up here in theory. So we sold one car, we made £1,154.86. YouTube has paid us £179.94, or they will on the 24th. Dealership work, 4 weeks, 1 and 2. I mean, with day 17, we had an extra 3 days. So we've got now 14 days from today, well, from tomorrow, to fill up this section. See how many we can get in there. It would be lovely if we could match that number. Oh my God, if we could match that number in the next 2 weeks, do another £1,950, I'd be doing TikTok dances and I'd be over the moon if I was able to do, what is that? I think it's 16 cars. Let's count it up. The count on that is 16 cars. If I did another 16 cars in the next 2 weeks, my God, I would be, you wouldn't even know how happy I would be. And commission's 120, and now we've got this dealership work 3 and 4. Warranty payments, nothing. Although talking about warranty payments, the Fiesta that I sold a month ago, the girl called me this morning and was like, oh, I can smell petrol coming out of the car. It's really bad when I start it up. And I was like, obviously, it's Sunday morning. I'll text you the address of the workshop that I use. And if you feel like it's safe to do so, take the car over. If you don't, you'll need to get it recovered over to them and they'll have a look at it for you. Not a problem at all. Under warranty, don't stress. I'll get it sorted. And then she said, yeah, but we did get the wet belt changed a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So they would have taken a lot of stuff off, wouldn't they? And then I was like, well, if somebody's been in there and stripped half the car down to do a wet belt, I'll take it back to them before you come and see me. So hopefully it's something that they've not put back together on the car, not something that's to do with me. But that will unfold, but fingers crossed, because the car wasn't leaking any fuel. There was nothing wrong with the car for 3 weeks. You've gone and took it to get a wet belt done. To get the wet belt done, they have to take off, I'm sure it's the aircon pump, the sump, the exhaust. They have to strip off half the side of the car apparently, which is why it costs so much. Fingers crossed, it's nothing to do with me. They'll get that sorted. It's just a fuel line or something they haven't clipped it back in properly. But you should know, that's part of selling cars is warranty claims. So at any point, you buy a car, you have 3 months, kind of anything really goes wrong with the engine, with the gearbox, you call me and I have to fix it. That's car sales. The worst part of car sales. So there might be a warranty claim in that bit by the end of August. Fingers crossed, touch wood, there's not. Part X is, again, this is set up for the showroom, and obviously now I've edited it and put in that bit, but again, the dealership would buy and sell part exchanges to other dealers, sell them on. Gross profit, £3,404. VAT, it's not correct for me here, purely because the VAT is worked out on the margin scheme of selling a car. So if we go up to the car that we sold here, you sold it at £5,000. You've got the costs there, profit there, tax there, and then overall. So that is how that all breaks down. But we're not VAT registered. We haven't sold 95 grand's worth of stuff just yet. So the accountant basically will say, okay, you made profit from that, 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 and she'll just work out what tax we need to pay for our tax return on all of that and tell me. So that's not really correct, but it will be when we get to that 90 grand threshold. But yeah, she'll work that out. Expenses are 2,130. There's nothing exciting in expenses. Fuel, rents, marketing, cleaning, materials. What is that? Amazon purchase 15.99, 32, 36. You see, so my other half has put those Amazon payments there for the BMW. It was all stuff that I bought for the 32.49. 32.49, yeah, so that's zero. They were all the bits for the BMW, but she's put them there, so that's wrong. Then you got my wages. I pay myself £1,000 for all this hard work. Wow, £1,000. So that leaves us a total of, in profit right now, £1,090 for the business, with 2 weeks to go. So hopefully we can fill this dealership work up. Hopefully we can sell one of the 2 Clios. That would be amazing. And then year to date, we are currently running slightly behind, because at the start of the week we thought we were going to do 1 or 2 more cars, but we will definitely do that 1 or 2 more cars. So we're currently running £101 behind for the year, but by the end of this month we'll be green, heading in to the last however many months is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. 7 months. Wow. It's Sunday. I'm tired. So that is it. We're in profit. We've bought another car. We saved that Tesla. Paintwork looks amazing. They pulled the wall off and landed on the TT, but it's fine. I just need to find some time to get the TT done, to get the BMW done. I want to prioritize the BMW because I'm keen to get that painted up, headlights on, MOT'd, and up for sale. Because by the end of this month, that has to go for sale. And not that I need to get it gone, but I feel like I'm not using it. I don't need it. And it would be smart to sell the car on, take the £5,000, buy another car, buy another 2 cars, and have 4, 5. That's how we're going to work our way up. And the thing that I was doing wrong, and this is definitely what I was doing wrong, is I was selling a car and then having to take that money to pay myself, to pay my bills. And that was kind of making the money go down, 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 down. Now we have the dealership work. The dealership work has already paid £2,000. That's paid my wages, my bills, my costs. So the dealership work, I can do it from here. I can still be around the cars. I've got that car outside now and it's 12 o'clock and I haven't started it because I don't need to. As long as it goes back to the showroom at some point today, it doesn't matter. And the the dealership have given me keys to the showroom, so I can go and drop that back at 9 o'clock tonight. I can drop it back whenever, put it inside. Tomorrow morning, they've got the car. So it's nice. I get to work when I want to work, as long as the car gets taken back there at some point. Doesn't matter. So that's the upside. The second upside, it pays the bills. As much as it's only £120 a car, I've done enough of them to pay all my bills, which now means that I can sell the Clio, and just buy cars back. I don't have to worry about using the profit to pay my wages. I can just buy more cars. So if we sell those 2 Clios, we're going to have £7,000, £8,000. We'll have 8 grand. And with £8,000, I can buy 3 cars. And then from those 3, you can turn them into 4 and 5 and 6. So now, hopefully, we really start to get up in terms of cars and numbers, because we're not relying on selling cars to pay our wages. The dealership work pays my wages. That's my job. And selling cars. And then eventually we'll get up to 5, 6, 7 cars. And then we can look to potentially maybe do a bit less dealer work. I know what I'm like. I'm going to keep doing the dealer work because it's money. And that's it. We survive. We continue. We grow. We thrive. Thanks for watching. If you've got this far in the video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next week at 6:30. And hopefully we've had another good week, because the last 2 months, things are going the way we want. They're nice. So that's it. I'm happy. It's hard. It's long. But we're getting there. So see you next week.